we want you to realize that things are not going to manifest necessarily from one moment of not being there to suddenly a moment of being there, because you're not going to change your vibrational frequency that quickly. But things are going to be adjusting, and you are going to begin to notice it. So the manifestation that we want you to focus upon is not the car in the garage or the lover in your bed or the money in your bank account. Not right now, not all of a sudden. The manifestation we want you to focus upon is closer over here to the vibrational frequency. It's the manifestation of a thought occurring to you, a thought that you don't usually think. You'll be realizing things that you don't usually realize, and right along with that realization will be an emotional upcharge, an emotional surge that will be the indicator of your changing of your emotional or vibrational frequency. So if for a little while you can let the emotion be what you're going for rather than the full-fledged manifestation. Oh, the emotion is going to lead to more thoughts and more thoughts, ideas of rendezvous. You'll start getting impulses of where to go and when to go and who to go with. All kinds of things will begin occurring to you, and these manifestations will blossom into actualized life, into manifestations that others around you can see. It is our absolute promise to you. But if you find the vibration and then you don't maintain it, and you find it and you don't maintain it, and you find it and you don't maintain it, then these manifestations don't come, and that's what makes you feel discouraged. That's what makes you begin to doubt your ability to create your own reality. You let too much of your vibration be about what you're observing instead of about what you are wanting. Which brings us to the most important part of this evolved discussion. We're talking about you creating your own reality, but we want you to understand that if you are living conditionally, where you are so fixated on the conditions of what is right now, the conditions of what is right now will prevent you from ever having the improved version. Because you can't offer a vibration of what is and a vibration of what is coming at the same time. If you're focused upon the absence of something that you want, that's the vibration you're practicing, and it will keep you from realizing the path. Because law of attraction is drawing all cooperative components. It's already been assembled. Your vibrational reality contains everything that you want. You've just got to get in the zone, in the vibe. You've just got to get in the vibrational frequency vicinity so that you can begin realizing. You know how sometimes when you say, oh, I just got the best idea. That's why. That's why you let down your negative guard. For some freakish reason, you were feeling good. And in that absence of resistance, you got an idea. But most of you don't keep the idea alive by nurturing the fertile ground that allows it. Instead, you kill it with reality. You say, oh, but that's not likely. I don't know others that have done that. It hasn't been working out that way for me. You argue for your limitations by pointing out what is. And what is not the friend of what will be. Often. Sometimes it is. In other words, if what is lovely, focus on it as much as you can, and more like it will come to you. But you want to be a selective sifter about what you focus upon. So this now reality is full of conditions. And as you focus upon the conditions, the condition, whatever the condition is, I must deal with this condition. Esther twisted her knee, pulling a very heavy suitcase, and it's been bothering her, and she finds herself focusing upon the condition of her knee. Hard not to. It hurts. Hard not to. It's slowing her down. Hard not to focus on it. It is a reality that gets her attention. But what she is realizing is she can hold the sore knee with her indefinitely by giving her attention to it. And so once something is manifested, we know it's not easy to get your attention off of it. But you got to figure out some way to get your attention off. Unwanted or unwanted will remain in your experience. Law of attraction says that it must. So conditions, some of them you want, some of them you don't want. But here's something that will serve you so well as you are beginning to understand the vibrational universe that you live in and the vibrational being that you are. over here is a vibration that we're going to call, in as emphatic way as we can, because we want you to remember it evermore, it is an unconditioned. It's an unconditioned. This vibrational reality is an unconditioned. And as you allow yourself to focus in a way that allows this non-physical vortex and your source energy, who is projecting thoughts to you about the path to what you want. Hear this. Your inner being knows where you stand in relationship to everything you want. Doesn't that please you? Your inner being knows where it is and is calling you to it. But you got to be in the vicinity in order to hear the impulses. So if you will just for a little while decide that rather than trying to change the condition so that you can feel better, instead you will ignore the condition and find some way to feel better, which will then cause the condition to change. Can you hear the difference? It is essential to deliberate creation. Focusing upon an unwanted condition sets a vibration that holds it in place. But being unconditional means using your willpower, that's the only way we would use willpower, to focus on something that feels better. There could be 10 subjects in your life that are important to you. And let's say 9 of them are going extremely well. But you could focus on the one thing that isn't going well. And as humans, that's what you usually do, because you're trying to find a problem and wrestle it to the ground and kill it. This universe is based upon attraction and inclusion. When you say no to something, you're actually saying yes to the thing you don't want. Yes to something you do want brings it. No to something you don't want brings it. So here is this condition that you don't want. And as you focus upon this unwanted condition, you hold yourself vibrationally apart from what you want. So if you would decide that caring about how you feel matters, it matters so much that this condition takes a second or third or fourth or fifth place. So let's say there are 10 things in your life experience that are important to you, and that one thing isn't going well. The other 9 going well. If you would focus upon the 9 things that are going well, or even one of the 9 things that are going well, that 10th thing would have to come into alignment. It would have to. Because vibrationally, you've cleaned it up. Vibrationally, you're using the 9 things that are going well as your reason for offering your vibration, which means you're now getting impulses about everything else. You're getting impulses about the thing that isn't going well. Let's turn it around. Let's say 9 things are terrible, and 1 thing is going really well. And as you focus upon those 9 things, you feel awful. But as you focus upon the 1 thing that's going well, you feel better. So you focus on it more and more, so you're feeling better more and more. So now the other 9 things are coming into alignment because you're holding yourself in a frequency that allows the solution that you're looking for. The vibration of a solution and the vibration of a problem are completely different frequencies. So what's the point of all of this, Abraham? What's the point of all of this contrast that surrounds us? Well, the contrast causes you to identify what you want. It's really step 1 of the important creative process. If you don't know what you don't want, you can't know what you do want. So step 1 is that discerning and asking process. And that's that rocket of desire that goes into this vortex that your inner being stands and holds and summons to you all the cooperative components. The question is, are you one of the cooperative components? And the answer to that is, if you feel good, yes. If you feel not good, no. You're not being cooperative right now. So step 1 is you ask. Step 2 is Source stands there with all that you've become and summons by law of attraction to you. So the path lights up for you. The path of least resistance is very, very bright. Your inner being knows right where all of the steps are. Not just the most direct steps, but the steps that will bring you the most pleasure along the way. And hear this, more important, the most logical step that you will be able to find. So when we talk about the path of least resistance, we want you to understand you are the one who's throwing the resistance on the path. But it's okay. Your inner being still keeps calling you. And the more you get into this place where you are realizing the revelation that is being offered to you, the more that path of least resistance will clear up until in time there won't be resistance that you're tripping over. Ease and flow and fun and full and fast and life. That's how you're supposed to feel, you see. So step one is life causes you to ask. Step two is Source gathers it all up, holds the frequency of it, and calls you to it constantly. When you ask, it is given. That'd make a really good book. Oh yeah. But the third step is what we're talking about with you. That is, you got to find the frequency. And you got to practice to find it, which means you got to care about how you feel. You got to find the frequency that puts you in that place of realizing, and then you're off and running. There are no limits for you. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. If this time-space reality has the wherewithal to inspire within you the desire, this time-space reality has the wherewithal to deliver the full manifested goods. So what we're really talking about is you finding some way to be happy in the interim between the vibrational reality and the fully manifested reality. And don't misunderstand us. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, Abraham just wants us to get happy so we don't notice the things that aren't working out for us. But that cannot be, because when you get happy, the things that you want cannot be avoided by you. They have to come, and you will realize them. And oh, what fun it is to consciously define desire and then deliberately tune your frequency by caring about how you feel, and then getting to witness the path unfolding. Such a fun path. After a little while, you'll begin to understand that the journey was what it was all about, that the destination is fleeting. Don't misunderstand. We want you to have all that stuff you want. We want you to have every bit of stuff that you want. We want you to have it. You have come into this leading edge place because manifestation is the leading edge way. We're not trying to talk you out of your manifestations. We're just wanting you to find more joy on your way to them. And so often, the things you want beat you up because you don't have them, and then you feel some sort of discouragement or blame about why you don't. Very clever. Must be my mother's fault. It's usually what you say. I think it's my mother's fault. Should have been different early on, and I would have had a much better go of it. We say, your emotions are here and now. You have control of them here and now. Stop dredging up that old stuff that doesn't apply anymore. All of your power is here and now. It's time for you to cash in your vibrational currency. This is a really good day. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. It is delicious to come together with those like you, who come with the fullness of who you are, all exposed vibrationally and ready for us to devour. And then you present yourself in your juxtaposition with that, and you help us to carve out a path together so that you can get to where you want to be, to who you really are, to what you deserve. Be easy about it. Be playful about it. Don't work too hard at it. Start with things that are easy and let the universe show you how aware it is of you. There are so many paths to what you want, and all of them delicious. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in your vortex.